Hello, friends. I just want to share a brief thought here with you, especially one of the verse that's hard for us to really wrap our minds around it, especially when it comes to reality, to really see it or to really believe it. It's Romans 8:28. It says, "And we know all things work together for good to them that love God and to them that who are called for His purpose." We're gonna look some story here that to this woman it was the worst moment in her life. Well, it seems like it, but it turned out to be one of the most beautiful moments for her life. It's a story taken from John chapter 8, which starts 2. It says, "And early the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came unto him, and he sat down and taught him." Verse 3, it says, "And the scribes and the Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery, and when they had set her in the midst, and they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act." So this woman was caught in adultery in that very moment, and guess what? They brought it to Jesus. They basically interrupt Jesus while he was teaching, and she got caught, and she's ashamed, and they brought her to Christ. But listen to verse 7. It says, "So when they continue asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, He that it is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone unto her." Here's the woman said, "Okay, this is my last day of my life," because basically she thinks she's the only one that sin, and the rest of them are holy. And Christ is asking if there's anyone there without sin, cast a stone to her. So basically she thinks she's in the death row right here, because she thought she was gonna get stoned to death. That was it for her life. Can you see the thought that was running through her mind? That was to her that was the worst moment in her life. But I look at the story here in a different perspective. I think this was the best moment in her life, because verse 10 it says, "When Jesus had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Had no man condemned thee? She said, No man, Lord. And Jesus said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more." Can you picture the moment of the thought that was just going through the woman's mind, like the peace that actually was running through her mind? It says, "Where are thine accusers?" Nobody was left there but her and Jesus. And Jesus wanted that one-on-one with her. And basically she's the only one that left there in peace. And all of them that was accusing her they left guilty out of that place. But she was the only one left there in peace. Why? Because she was in the feet of Jesus. Sometimes things might not make any sense, but Jesus says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor." So whatever situation that may trouble us, let's go to Jesus, and He will make everything beautiful. Some of the stories sometimes it don't make any sense, but there is a purpose for those stories. For example, who saw Joseph? His brother, right? Joseph became what? He became the prime minister. And who expelled Jephthah from his family? His brother. And Jephthah became captain of those people there. And also, who was envious of David? His own brother. And he actually says, why are you gonna hate me without a cause? And you can see later on, David became king. The other one is prodigal son. Who was mad when he came home? His brother. And you can see they throw a feast for him. All of them actually were blessed by God. Sometimes the situation seems like it doesn't make any sense, but that's why the Bible says in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, it says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct thy path." I pray that God will help us not to lean to our own understanding, in all thy ways that we may acknowledge acknowledge him, that he will direct our path. For example, this woman that was caught in adultery, that was the worst moment in her life. But she was the only one that was able to leave that place there in peace. Because what? Because she was in the feet of Jesus. So whatever things that may concern us, trouble us, let's bring it to Jesus. Because he will make things beautiful in his time. I pray that all of us may constantly trust him in the light